Hi there, my name's Emma and I'm from Engineered Well Pilates. And today I'm going to show you a series of 6 exercises that are going to stretch out your whole body. But this just isn't any old series of exercises, because here at Engineered Well Pilates, I make personalised Pilates videos for your needs. So I'm going to offer you a series of exercises that, yes, they will stretch your whole body, but they're great if you are at the start of your Pilates journey or have a slightly weakened core. Okay, so they're going to be really great for targeting your core strength too. So you're going to start by lying down, and you're going to bring your feet so that they're a hip width apart, and you're going to lie all the way to flat for your 100. Your pelvis will be neutral. So if you are starting your Pilates journey, do check out my fundamentals video so that you can really learn what neutral means for you. And your arms are going to be by your side. I'm going to start with my head down to start. So to start off with, I'm going to just breathe. I'm going to take a nice big inhale and a big full exhale. Just going to let my spine just relax into the floor. I'm going to press my feet into the floor. I'm going to reach my fingers towards my heels, let the fingers lift off the mat, and I'm going to start pumping my arms vigorously up and down. So I'm going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm really focusing on my exhales. My belly button's pulling in and up. I'm exhaling out all my air. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you're going to keep reaching those fingers towards your heels. You're going to nod your chin to your chest and start to lift your upper body just to the tips of the shoulder blades, but no movement from here down. So the pelvis stays completely still. This is a much more challenging position. So keep pulling that belly button in and up. Keep focusing on full exhales. If you start to feel strain in your neck, rest your head on the mat to keep pumping the arms, or place one hand behind the head for support for a breath. Change the arms for another breath. Okay, I'm going to make you do 2 more full breaths here. Big exhale, big scoop of the abdominals. Last one, it's looking really strong, really good. Rest down on your mat. Roll up. So now you're going to reach your fingers towards your heels. You're going to nod your chin to your chest and find the back of your thighs with your hands and really hold them. They're there for support. And you're going to pull your belly button so deep in towards your spine as you climb your hands up your thighs. Now all I want you to do is to come up evenly through the middle of your body. So you're not going to come up to one side. Just hug that spine, pull the belly button deep in towards your body, and try to come up to the top. Now, if that's a struggle and you do feel that you're going over to one side, then just rest that down on your mat. And I'd rather that you roll over and you come up just nice and carefully. Okay, so that's your option. So now we're at the top of the mat. You've got to go down, and then the only way is back up. You're going to put your hands behind the thighs. And we're just going to go kind of halfway. So I want you to really embed your feet into the mat. You're going to pull your belly button in towards your spine, and you're going to start to slide these hands down those thighs. So use them, press against those hands. Just don't let the shoulders lift. Pull back through the abdominals and come back up to the top. And again, you're going to pull in the belly button. You're going to round yourself down, one bone at a time. We're rolling backwards. If you get to a point where you feel your feet are about to lift, stop, come back up to the top. And again, we're rounding that spine, we're walking these hands down the back, and we're coming back up to the top. So if that's feeling nice, you could maybe take your hands away. Again, just going back half the way, lifting back up to the top. You might hold little weights, or fist the hands. Again, that can make it a little bit easier as you start to make these adjustments as your body gets stronger. We'll do one more. Remembering you can always bring your hands here and try and go a little bit lower. Challenge yourself. Pull it back through the abdominals and come back up to the top. Now we're going to lie all the way down. One leg circles. So you're going to bend, keep your legs bent as they are, and you're going to bring your right leg into a tabletop position. So I'm going to give you two options here. It could be a true tabletop. This can feel a bit tight on hips, so you can bring the leg in more. I just want you to focus on keeping a really neutral pelvis and the hips really level. So as we start to bring the leg in, the tendency is for the hip to rise towards the armpit, and I want you just to really focus on keeping everything here still. So this leg is now going to make circles around in the hip joint. So we're just nice and stable. I'm trying to really relax my upper ribs in towards the back of my body. And I'm just picturing a light pen on my knee. I'm just making a nice circle on the ceiling. And then I'm going to go the other way. You'll notice that my hips aren't wobbling from side to side. My ribs aren't moving from side to side. I'm just trying to keep everything as still as I can. And I'm going to change legs. So if you find when you start to circle that you're sort of rolling, just make the circles much smaller and really imagine that my hands are on your upper ribs and I'm pressing you down to really stabilize through the upper body. Circle this leg around. Belly button pulling in and up, really hollowing out the abdominals. One more. Strong through that core. Set the leg down. So that should be lovely. Feel really nice on the hips. So now you're going to reach your fingers towards your heels. You're going to nod your chin to your chest. Find the back of your thighs. Pull back those ribs. Pull back those ribs. Pull back those ribs all the way to the top. Lovely. Bring your legs out to the width of your mat. And you're going to flex those feet and pull those heels all the way back towards you. And I want you to feel like you're really lifted out of your lower back. Hands will be one on top of the other in front of you. So this in itself is quite a lot of ab work because I want you to try and separate your rib cage from your hips. So how much can you use your abdominals to stretch that spine that you're growing up a wall? How tall can you possibly be? You're going to gently press your hands into your mat and see if you can use that to get a little bit of extra lift. Pull your belly button in and up at the same time and relax. And again, you're going to exhale as you lift tall. Can you and relax. Let's do that 2 more times. Use those abdominals to stretch that spine out of the pelvis and relax. And this is your last one like this. And lift and relax. So now you've got an option. You can keep going like that if you are finding that challenging in itself. That was hard. Or you can add in an extra bit of movement. So now you're going to come to that nice big lift. You're going to press your hands into the mat as you exhale and slide the hands away from you. I want you to reach these fingers forward, but pull back deeply through the upper spine, upper ribs. Come back up to tall. And again, exhale. Reach, reach. Can you lift taller out of your hips and come up tall? One more like this. Chin to chest and round, round. Pull back, pull back, pull back. And come up tall. Relax those legs, relax those arms. Lie all the way down for bridge. So feet can be a hip width apart here, or they could be completely together. Depending on how tight your back is feeling today, together is better if you've got a looser back. Hip width is kinder on a tight back. Arms are by your sides. And you're going to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Really feel like it's coming from right underneath the buttock. Now keep lifting the hips, but melt through the chest, melt through those ribs all the way to the bottom. And again, you're going to lift those hips. Think of this as that roll up that we did at the start. Can you really use your abdominals here to pull every bone in towards the mat. So it should feel like a yummy stretch on the back, but it should feel like a lot of ab work. Pull those ribs in, pull them in more. Pull that waistline down. I'm going to do 2 more. Last one. Don't you just love a bridge? Exhale that body down. And pause. And then you're going to reach those fingers towards your heels. You know what's coming. Find the back of your thighs or challenge yourself with the arms out long and try and roll up to the top for mermaid. So now you're going to sit with your legs offset like this, or you can stack them more if that feels comfortable for your hips, if you can feel nice and lifted through the side of the body. And you're going to bring your left arm or the opposite arm to your feet up to the ceiling and glue it to your ear, and the other hand's going to find the feet. And you're going to take a nice big stretch over those feet. Now I want you to feel your abdominals are going to lift you tall out of those hips as you bring the arms to a T, and you're going to lower down onto the forearm, going the other side. Really pull this hip away from your fingers. Now see if you can use your abs to lift you up. Try not to just press up through the arm. Lift up and go over. Abs lift you up to go over. Abs lift you up to go over. And now we're going to twist by dropping this top hand down, and we're going to look over our back shoulder. And we're going to untwist and we're going to go the other side. So legs just flip around. You might feel different with the legs on one side, so just note that. Bring the arm up towards towards the ceiling, and we're going to reach over. Abs lift me out of my hips, and they take me down. I stretch through my side body. Abs are going to lift me up, up, up. Use those abdominals and stretch, and come back down. Abs lift you up, belly button pulling in and up. It's coming out the top of your head. You're scooping so strong. And take your twist, looking over that back shoulder, and then coming back to center and pausing. And that's you done. So that's your lovely little series of 6 stretchy exercises, perfect for anyone who's looking to strengthen a core, who's at the start of their Pilates journey. If you have different issues, perhaps you've got tight hips, tight hamstrings, then check out the same sequence of exercises with those individual needs in mind. So I'm Emma from Engineered Well Pilates. You can find more about me here on this channel, subscribe, or on my website, which is engineeredwellpilates.com. I really look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.